Badass Attitudes, licensed here, Mondays, Wednesdays, and Fridays. Certifying badasses, one podcast at a time. Turn up your energy with Fruitful Friday. Here's Kelly Orchard.
All right. Hello. Happy Friday. It is Fruitful Friday, and we're beginning the month of love for Fruitful Fridays. I know. February is National Heart Month. So, I am a heart failure survivor. So this month I'm giving away my book for free, Heart Lessons. And I'll share with you a little bit about that on Fruitful Fridays this entire month. Also, you can just grab your free copy from the show notes. I'm giving away Heart Lessons. I've also got it for sale if you want to purchase a physical copy. This is my Love's Apple a Day. So we're going to go over that for National Heart Month. And your attitude vibe, all things that matter to your heart for your mind, body, and spirit. So let's begin with some Fruitful Fridays. It's all about love and heart as I certify badasses one podcast at a time. February is the month of love, and let's celebrate love with Kelly Orchard's Apple a Day. When you discover that your purpose is to grow, life takes on a whole new meaning, doesn't it? So this month, Wednesday Wisdom, and especially Fruitful Fridays, is focused on love in all aspects. Fear is a negative emotion, so we often tell ourselves that we just don't have enough money, enough free time, enough appreciation. This leads to one to complain, blame, argue, or be angry. Love is a positive emotion. This promotes more fun and enjoyment in life, inner peace, and a positive outlook. Feel the love that grows inside you. You have a life. It's one that you've created that is uniquely your own. Take ownership of your path and love the journey. Your experience through growth happens every day, even through the tough times. Love the growth that you have achieved. Seek well-being and balance, and you'll find that all things grow through love. So let's begin by exploring growth by learning to love. Not romantic love, not selfish love, but real, honest, authentic love. I hope you'll be following them because I'm going to be focusing this all month long because love is a positive emotion. And when practiced, it leads to success in business, relationships, and life. That's badass. Be in love with your life, every minute of it.
Kelly Orchard's podcast for successful badassery.
So love is a powerful word. It actually means different things to different people. We often need to identify our own version of love and what it might look like to us. It might look like peace. Peace doesn't mean to be in place where there is no noise, trouble, or hard work. It means to be in the midst of those things and will be calm in your heart. I like a peaceful environment, and for me, it's not found in material things. I have unlimited wealth because I have love, peace, hope, and joy. Wealth doesn't come from your bank account. Wealth comes from the depth of your heart. What you really want is happiness. You might believe that a fat bank account will get you there, but that's false. Happy people are happy, rich, or poor. Unhappy people are unhappy, rich, or poor. Money simply masks your real being. How do you identify love for your life? This is a good time for you to explore all the meanings of love and see how it affects your attitude. Good company comes in many forms, and my wish for you is that this life becomes all that you want it to. I wish your dreams to stay big and your worries to stay small, and that you never need to carry more than you can hold. I often hear, easier said than done, Kelly. Well, that's a sign of premeditated defeat. Once you believe that it's easier just to say you have dreams, but they are impossible to achieve, you're predicting your own future of failure and ultimately your aloneness in this world. I found a message for you from a daily devotional. God wants you to know that you are connected to all living things. You may think you are separate and all alone, but the truth is there is so much interconnection. When you feel all alone, allow time for connection and communion. If there are no people around for good company, then be with nature, or a dog, or a cat, or a tree, or ocean. Good company comes in many forms, and I've got me some Bobby Ocean. Oh, that just came out. I'm sorry. I have many scars from a lifetime of a broken heart. I also have numerous physical scars from a lifetime of health concerns. When I discovered this quote, I immediately felt better about them and stopped allowing myself to believe that I was a victim. You want to hear it? Never be ashamed of a scar. It simply means you were stronger than whatever tried to hurt you. When we try to protect ourselves from being hurt, we are preventing love from coming to us. When we withhold love, we keep it from coming back to us. Truthfully, by trying to protect yourself, you are actually causing love to reject you. Open your heart to love, receive love graciously, and know that it may not stay, but you are stronger than that. We aren't just talking about romantic love either. Love will show up in many forms. Just be ready to receive it. And remember this quote from Joel Osteen: God's plan for your life is so much bigger than your own plan that if God didn't close certain doors, it would keep you from the fullness of your destiny. So these have been just a few of my Kelly Orchard's Apple a Day for Fruitful Friday. You can get these daily by subscribing to Kelly Orchard's Apple a Day podcast on this same platform you're listening to this Badassery podcast. Imagine that.
Now you know it. A successful attitude changes when it chooses love over fear. Fruitful Fridays with Kelly Orchard's Apple a Day and Weekend Vibes.
Finding my way to becoming my authentic self didn't just happen. I didn't even know what my dreams were or who I was without the title of daughter, mother, ex-wife, consultant, radio executive, etc. It didn't happen overnight either. I had to fake it until I make it. I didn't even know what I dreamt of doing. I was too busy with the obligations of life I had already created. Raising a family, being part of the family business, trying to maintain my household while providing for my children with a life I felt they deserved. Could I give them everything? No, not on a single income, and I didn't marry well enough to have child support or alimony to help with the cost of raising a family. I was on my own. I just wanted to survive. I woke up each and every day in survival mode, not at all near the attitude of gratitude, just being grateful for the things I did have. Then one day in July 2006, I ended up hospitalized, diagnosed with heart failure, a serious condition that threatened my life. This is when my new journey began. This isn't to say that it was an easy journey or that the message came all of a sudden. That's how dreams develop. A little hint here, something symbolic there, and then I was on my new path. Heart Lessons was born from this journey. I hadn't intended on writing my story, although I did choose to write novels. As I worked my way through graduate school and began the process of becoming a licensed marriage and family therapist, the questions regarding my broadcasting background and the shift in career trajectory toward mental health became a story I had to share over and over again. It became evident that telling the whole story was a journey in itself, and the book came from necessity to help others understand my new worldview. Heart Lessons is pure and raw emotion, with my personal journals as documentation of the lessons I learned during my heart crisis. It is meant to encourage and inspire the reader to follow their heart no matter what. Now I want to begin with just the first chapter as an introduction for you. And as I said, I'm giving it away for free all this month during February as National Heart Month. And so this is what you would read read in the first chapter when you open up the book. You are a miracle. I'm a miracle. I've been on quite a journey of my own, one of surrender and self-discovery. I often tell people that I didn't have a midlife crisis. A midlife crisis had me. My path was disrupted when my heart began to fail. One 4th of July weekend, I found myself curled up on my couch, wondering why I was feeling so crappy. One more day of lying there would have made the difference between life and death. Had I not self-diagnosed, improperly I might add, a concern about my symptoms that sent me to seek emergency medical attention, I could have very well suffered cardiac arrest or a stroke, or the term that struck me the most, cardiac death. The mere fact that you're rehearing this or reading this means that you're part of my miracle journey. Telling one's own story and opening up his or her most intimate thoughts and feelings is scary and surreal. But I'm compelled to share this story to connect with and help others to come to understand that life doesn't always go as planned. It's okay to dream a new dream or create a new path. My life was derailed and I had to build a new track, so to speak. Society tells us that in order to be considered successful, we have to set high standards, achieve our goals, never give up, and never look back. I had always agreed and fell into line with that concept until my heart gave out and I found myself so weak that I was unable to even walk from my bedroom to my living room without having to rest in between. Writing and keeping a journal has always been my closest friend and confidant. Words, thoughts, and emotions just pour out of me like a faucet. I've always been a writer, starting with poems and a novel at the age of 13. I began keeping a journal at the age of 15, and it has become such a part of my life that when my kids and I are talking about an event or reminiscing about something, one of them will invariably and sarcastically say, "Hey, Mom, why don't you go look in your journals and get all the details for us?" Heart Lessons is about a strong connection between the spiritual, intellectual, emotional, and physical lessons we need to learn on our journey through life. It's a testament to faith through adversity and resilience. I share my story with sincere hope that will inspire, encourage, and empower you to live a life of confidence and self-compassion, that no matter what you've been through, no matter how old you are, it's never too late to build a new dream and follow your heart. Heart Lessons is about maintaining hope and faith that God will see you through your current crisis, and at the same time, showing you that anything worth having is going to take some time. It's about learning the value of recreating self-identity, choosing freedom from emotional bondage, seeking opportunity and self-respect, and being willing to dream a new dream and let go of an old one that no longer serves you. It's not about survival as much as it is about surrendering. Heart lessons are learned on a daily basis, and if we just allow ourselves to tune in, we will understand that it's all part of our journey, and each of us has our own unique path to travel. My faith in God has always been strong, but I tended to live life on my own power. So when crisis after crises occurred in my life, I managed to develop more determination, self-reliance, and the ability to soldier on no matter what. Until one crisis completely took over my life, and I realized I had no choice. I had to give into it. This is my story, my journey. I believe that we all have our own unique journey to travel. So at the end of each chapter, I give you an opportunity to detect, define, and determine your path and your heart lessons too. Now that is just an excerpt from the first chapter of my book, Heart Lessons, which I hope that you'll just download the free PDF. I mean, you have nothing to lose except, I don't know, a little bit of time reading it, and maybe you'll get something out of it. Like I said, that was just the beginning of the first chapter. Next week on Fruitful Friday, I will share with you another one of the chapters, just a little brief bit of it. All right, so for your weekend vibes on this Fruitful Friday, it's really important to be doing something that nourishes your mind, body, and spirit. So that can be something as simple as a hot bath and a glass of something bubbly, or a full-on hike in nature. Whatever it is that nourishes your soul, make it an important appointment this weekend. And for your badass soundtrack, make sure you're listening to something fun while you're at it, okay? And then attach a song to that warm, happy memory. Because while we build songs from our past to stir up your badass attitude, let's also be building and growing from here forward, all right? Because some of these songs, when you're doing something with somebody fun and you're enjoying it and you have a song that you can attach to it, that's going to be a memory for the both of you to always look back upon. My daughter and I were just talking about that over the holidays and realizing that there's one specific song that the two of us share a very specific memory to. And it took a little nudging with her. I had to play the song for her, but she totally got it when I said that to her. And I'll share that in one of my badass certification classes. But it will help you. So while you're out practicing some weekend vibes and nourishing your mind, body, and spirit with something good for yourself, turn on some music. Make sure you attach that to a warm, happy memory. And as we close up today, I want you to remember that more of Heart Lessons are going to come up in future Fruitful Fridays. But you can grab your free copy today. The link to the download is in the show notes, along with the link to purchase a physical copy if you'd like one of those. Heck, I'll even sign it for you, badass. All right, so this is National Heart Month. So just remember as we close that you can get your free copy of Heart Lessons, but follow your heart, love yourself. Practice that love. It's a positive emotion, and use music to change your mindset. Have a great Friday, everybody, and I'll see you again on Monday.
Fearless Fridays are filled with the best tips, advice, and direction, like tasty apple-a-day tidbits that grow intuition from your supply of common sense. Fridays are for skills and drills and your forward-focused mindset, under the watchful guidance of Kelly Orchard, Badass Certifier.
Thanks for listening and getting one step closer to being licensed to be badass. Be sure to subscribe to continue on the bus to Badassville. Snag your Badass Habits ebook at licensedtobebadass.com. You can stay in the slow lane and get just enough tools for successful badassery, one podcast at a time. Or you can join the Badass Ambassador crew in the fast lane by checking your baggage with my Licensed to be Badass integrated program with videos, worksheets, and group coaching for motivation, mindset, and a fresh approach to living a fruitfully badass life.
Be sure to subscribe and hop on the bus to Badassville. Monday, again, we turn up the energy. Tune in and tune up. Be bold. Be brave. Be confident. Be badass.